What is up guys, Sam here. Following on from my last video, straight in this video we're going to be talking about boxing gift ideas under the £50 mark. So these aren't all directly associated with boxing, but with health and fitness in general and with a boxer's fitness in mind. So whether these are for yourself or if you're trying to write your Christmas list and need ideas, or if you are buying for someone else, these are all going to be great for you. Just to quickly add in guys, in this video I'm going to be giving away a pair of the undisputed 12-ounce training gloves. So if you want to win a pair guys, like, subscribe, and pop a comment down below, and I'll be picking winners out around the 15th of December for winners of the gloves. This will be for a few videos, so if you've seen this already in a video, again, double your chances, leave a comment, like, subscribe, and we'll see who wins. At number 1, we have a kettlebell. So the weight I would look for is around the 12 to 16 kilo. This weight is perfect for using in a range of activities. Obviously, if you're buying for someone who's a lot stronger, a lot heavier weight, you can bump it up to maybe around the 18 to 20 kilo. But the idea for this is to only have to buy one that you can use in a range of circuits and things like that, and a lot of movements. So with a kettlebell, there's loads and loads of exercises online you can go and look through, ranging from leg workout, high pace to HIIT sort of workout, upper body workouts, and so on. There's an absolute massive range of workouts you can do these. You can use them to flip using the handle to train your forearms, things like that. So a great piece of equipment for boxers. And what I really like about kettlebells is the speed at which you can complete a good hard workout. You'll need 30 minutes or so. With a kettlebell, it's a good weight for you. 30 minutes is going to provide enough time to get a really good workout, really get your heart rate going and feel a lot better. So that's number 1, which is a kettlebell. And again guys, everything will be linked down below using either Amazon links, or if it's not available on Amazon, I'll provide alternative links too. Number 2 on the list is a Winning knuckle guard. If you know boxing, you've probably heard of the Winning brand. They're one of the highest, most premium boxing brands there are, and everything they offer is top of the line sort of professional tool product sort of range for the professional elite level fighter. One thing they offer which is slightly cheaper than the rest is their knuckle guard. So what this is a little pad essentially that runs across your knuckles that you put on before you wrap your hands. So you pop it on and wrap your hands. This is great if you're a heavy puncher, or if you have any knuckle issues that you find, or even wrist issues. This is going to help absorb that impact. So when you're training on the heavy bag, if you find yourself having to pull your punches ever so slightly or anything like that, pop this on and then you're going to find you can go much harder, much faster.
That's what she said!
It's not usually available for Amazon, particularly the UK store, but you might be able to find it on the US store if you live in the US, but I will link some other options where you can purchase it before, or you can go directly to Winning store online and purchase it from there. Number 3 is the Venom Reflex ball. So this is again another one of those sort of Lomachenko, Ukrainian, Russian style inventions, so to speak. So this one particularly is developed by Venom. So if you didn't know, Lomachenko was actually sponsored by Venom before he was working with Rival, who also have a reflex ball, both of which are pretty much very similar in styles. I've just chosen the Venom one particular for this video. That's just because when you purchase it, you get 2 balls with it, which are different consistencies. So you can find one that works for you, which I do quite like that. This is a great option. You can either throw it in your gym bag, you can use it at home, get a little bit of movement, hand-eye coordination, things like that. A great gift option. Again, not particularly available from the Amazon store UK, but again, links will be down below. At number 4, we have a set of bag gloves. So these are like the old school thin protection bag gloves. So there are lots of these available on the market. The ones that I use currently are the Leone GS080 contact gloves. They're a much cheaper pair, but they do range up over £50 to below £50, right down to about £20 mark. If I was to purchase a pair, the pair that I would go for are the Phenom gloves. So these look great. They're a good construction. All the reviews are excellent of these, and they work in under that £50 price range. Again, these are a great product. They help build up your proper punching technique, and they're going to condition your body to throw correct punches, and you will feel a heavy impact with them, but that will condition all your joints and things to throw in harder punches. At 5, we have some striking sticks. So these are more of an alternative to punch mitts. When I say alternative, they're not really a direct comparison. So if you have punch mitts, I'd still recommend punch mitts, but something to work alongside your punch mitts are these stick mitts. So with these, you can work in different drills. They're lighter on the puncher, so they're not going to be feeling as much impact through them. If you've got someone who's got maybe softer hands or wants to work on their movement more, these are absolutely perfect. You can use them to throw punches back without hurting the fighter. You can work in different combinations, and they're just a really good to approach the training from different angles, so to speak. It's going to stimulate the fighter's brain, make them think a bit differently to when you're using punch mitts, which is all great stuff for brain function essentially, and also just being able to approach and overcome something different, which you'll probably have to do in the ring at some point anyway. The ones in particular I found are from Geezers. They're their own range, and they do come in under the £50 mark. There are some other options over £50 mark, but keeping it and sticking it to the budget, I recommend the Geezer ones, which will be linked down below. At number 6, we have a run and running vest or a running belt. If you compete in boxing, if you know boxing, partnered with a boxer, you know they do a lot of running. As Cole Froch actually said, is being a boxer is basically like being a semi-professional runner from the amount of running that you do. If you're running a lot, you don't want to be holding things. You'll know that your pockets fill up fairly quick if you're taking things like your phone, keys, things like that. So I'd recommend a running vest. It allows you to put your phone and keys in. The last thing you want when you're putting in miles is your phone and keys jingling around in your pockets or flying out of your pockets even. There are loads of options when it comes to running vests and belts on the market, so have a little look around, see what works for you. I will link some options down below for you guys. At number 7, we have a gym holdall. These can range again massively in price, but it's just nice to have somewhere that's big enough to store your boxing stuff, especially when you go and train things like that. You don't want to be carrying a bag that's got your stuff flying everywhere, spread out all over the gym. What I'd personally recommend is the Under Armour duffel, I believe it's called. It will be linked down below, under the £50 mark, so still reasonable price, but made with good quality materials, and it's still going to last you a good long time, and it's going to be big enough to fit most of your gear in, if not all of it, depending on how much you cram in there like me. At number 8, we have a set of Olympic rings. So these are going to be dependent on whether you have space or room or somewhere to even hang these. But if you do have space and room to hang them, then these are excellent option for training, doing pull-ups from them, muscle-ups, leg raises. You can do leg raises when you go from side to side, all sorts of things like that. They're great dips as well, actually. They're a great device for doing something that's going to be strength training without adding too much weight and bulkiness to your frame. I love using mine. There are also different aspects of training where a lot of training can become boring and almost mundane to some people, whereas if you have something like this, you can mix it up. Maybe one week you just don't feel like going to the gym and lifting weight. Obviously you still need to be doing your boxing, but if you don't want to be doing your weightlifting but you still want to build some strength to yourself, then these are a great option for that. They again are available in a range of prices, but I'll link some down below, and most of them all do come under the £50 mark. At number 9, we have a double end punch bag. So these are great training up your flow and your rhythm, while also conditioning yourself for your punches and things like that. The best thing I like about these is you don't need a whole lot of space to hang them. If you have somewhere where you can put a weight on the floor and just have something to hook it up above, you'll be able to use one of these, because what they do best is they're lightweight, so they're not going to bring anything down. You don't need anything super strong to hang them from, and when you're punching them, they don't absorb, or in fact they do absorb 90% of the power. So none of your power for your punches on one of these is going from the floor or ceiling. It's pretty much all being moved into the bag, which then moves for you. In my opinion, they're a little bit easier to find the space to use one than, say, a heavy bag, and they're also something fun. They're much cheaper than heavy bags, and if you need to do some movement and some training at home or wherever, you can still use one of these. At number 10, we have a pair of recovery slides. So these are available from Hoka, which do like some running shoes, well, mostly running shoes and running equipment. And if you've worn boxing boots before, which I expect you probably have if you're watching this video, they're very flat, very hard on your feet. And these recovery slides are actually proven by, like, I don't know, that the health orthopedics people that are in charge, they're proven to improve foot health. Things like if you get like plantar fasciitis, I believe that's how you say it, and things like that, these are conformed to fit your feet best and increase blood flow around your legs and your feet and recovery. These are available around the £45 mark. Again, I'll link them down below. At 11, we have some bone conducting earphones. So these are great if you do, again, a load of running, which you probably do with boxing, or if you just like running in general, but also working out in the gym. If you're working out on your own, you want a bit of music that isn't in the gyms, or if they don't have music, these are perfect. So what they do is they clip over your ears, but they're not in ear, so you can still hear your surroundings. So it's great for running. I personally usually do a lot of running with my dog, so being able to hear the traffic around us while we're running and just hear things around, so you're more aware of what's going on, but still have your music, it's absolutely great. These are usually ranging over the £50 mark, but it's currently Black Friday on Amazon, so there are some options out there which are available right on the cusp of that £50 mark, which I'll link down below. But yeah, a great option if you do a lot of training on your own or a lot of running, but still want to be able to be aware of what's going on around you for like traffic, things like that. Number 12 times that by 2 is nutritional supplements. So there's a massive range of nutritional supplements. Now, if you're asking for gifts for yourself, if you're buying for yourself, I'm not going to make too many recommendations here because I don't know you personally and I don't know what you know about them, but I'd recommend if you're buying for yourself, do some research. The only two that I would go flawlessly and recommend is protein powders to make sure you get enough protein if you're not getting it through your diet already, or just to supplement that little bit more, and creatine. Creatine's one of the most researched supplements probably ever. I'm not going to go into the details, but have a look for yourselves, and if you're buying for someone else, just raid their cupboard, see what they're already using, and if you're not too sure, just protein powders and creatine, or even like protein bars, they're the ones that I would go for if you're buying for someone else. And finally, the final thing I have for you guys at number 13 is an ice bath. So when I say an ice bath, these are these little inflatable tubs, I believe they're inflatable anyway, that you can get into. You can fill them with water, fill them with ice. They're great for recovery, in my opinion. I know the science behind them isn't fully backed, but in my opinion, they're a great product for recovery. If I go on long hard runs and have an ice bath after, the next day 9 times out of 10 I'll be fine, and if I don't have one, I'll feel it. So that's my kind of science behind it personally. At the moment on Amazon on Black Friday, there's a lot of these available under the £50 mark, which I think is very, very reasonable. So check those out and see how you get on. Right guys, so that's my list for gifts under £50. If you have anything else to add or anything cool that you've seen online, Black Friday, anything like that, leave it down in the comments for everybody else so they can see it. And if you enjoyed the video or found anything useful, guys, please do leave a like and thumbs up. It's the same thing. Or subscribe. It really helps the channel out, and I'll see you guys next time.